Welcome to the first episode of the Practical Wealth Podcast. Lucas and myself are your host, and we decided to start this podcast just to make financial literacy more accessible to everyone. And falling into this job myself, I found that not a heck of a lot of people know a heck of a lot about money in New Zealand. And so by doing this, we hope to empower as many Kiwis as possible to set themselves up better in life financially. So I wanted to start first of all just by saying, Lucas, how did you end up in this role?
Ooh, that's a really good question. I feel like I've been through the ringer.
Mm.
That's kind of how I say to everyone. So I was brought up in Hong Kong. So I was born in Hong
Mm.
Kong. Before that, I had a story from my parents that they, with my mum and dad, anyways, on their
Mm.
side, they had to flee China during World War Two,
Wow.
as everyone does.
Mm.
Went down to Hong Kong because that was the Commonwealth. It was a safe zone that they called it, which that was 1960 something or 50 something. Then they had mum and dad at 1960 something.
Yeah.
From there, I was a very naughty child.
Mm.
So at school, I was dropped 2 years in Hong Kong.
Was
Well,
it due to misbehavior?
I think just the smartness
Right.
potentially. So I had to repeat the same year twice. And obviously, as a parent, you probably get to a stage where you're like, is this is this worth keep going, or do we get rid of that one? So they thought the best way was to, go somewhere else that's a little bit more relaxed on studying and stuff like
Wow.
that.
So
Um,
your misbehavior in school was the reason that we're here in New Zealand now.
yeah, basically.
Wow.
But no, we had our family all around. It's like a Chinese household, yeah, family all around the world.
Mm.
So our family in like New York, Toronto, London, Sydney. But obviously no one ever comes to New Zealand.
Mm.
So they thought, why don't we take him to a place that's like close to Sydney, or close to Melbourne, but far enough that he has to go and make friends rather
Yeah.
than just be naughty with his cousins.
Yep.
So yeah, came to New Zealand when I was 13, didn't speak a lick of English at all, which was a bit fun. So for the first like year or 2 years, it was just, I didn't remember it.
Yep.
But I would have thought it'd be tough
Yep.
for the first 2 years.
Yep.
But the good thing about coming to New Zealand was that I got bumped back up 2 years.
Is it because the education system here is easier?
No, it's not easier, but apparently it's easier in Hong Kong.
So you're 2 years back and 1 year ahead here.
Yeah, yeah, basically.
Wow.
So went to a small town in New Zealand called Masterton.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure it's the most gang capital of New Zealand, or
Mm.
gang per capita.
Right.
So it was fun growing up there. I was lucky I had some big friends, so I was safe most
Right.
of the time.
That's good.
Yeah. Then yeah, I went and did a degree at Lincoln University. Again, I had the same thing that my parents said that if I don't go to uni, they'll stop financially supporting me. So I picked obviously the uni bit.
Yep.
So that's why I did a Bachelor of Ag.
And how did you decide to do that?
Oh, it was just all my friends. They're all doing Bachelor of Ag, so
Nice.
I thought this was the only way out.
And is that what you wanted to do? Did you see yourself going into research or farming?
I wanted to be a builder.
Right.
That was my dream job, being a builder. And yeah, yeah. So now New Zealand's been really good to me. That's kind of why I'm still here.
Mm.
I think. And one really cool thing that on this kind of like the financial journey and the saving journey, one really cool things that my parents had when I was growing up was that every week they'll only ever give me $3.
Mm.
It's always in those old New Zealand $2 and $1 coin. And it probably cost them more money to send them from Hong Kong to here than the $3 is actually worth.
Well, so were your parents not in New Zealand with you?
No, no, no.
Where were you staying?
Boarding house and friends' houses.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. So it was all a bit of fun.
That's straight in the deep end. Mastered in no one, no family.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
literally. And I had the $3, and I remember with that $3, you had to like I used to love those pizzas, Pizza Hut pizzas, and it used to be I think it's like $4 or $5.
Okay, only one every 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's how I got so good at savings, I think. Or noodle canteen used to be I think it's like $8 or $9.
Mm.
So to save 3 weeks to get noodle canteen.
And you weren't tempted by the quick wins of the dollar mixtures.
No, we got a pack of lollies every Wednesday or something, and it's a dollar or $2 mix.
Right.
That was a game changer. But no, after uni, I did a couple of jobs. Not too exciting. Um, Ended up doing a door knocking role for a company called
Mm.
Aurora. And I was there for about 6 months. They offered me a role as an advisor in the insurance and KiwiSaver space.
Mm.
Then 2 or 3 years after that, that's when I went out on my own, started our own thing, and kind of this is about 4 to 5 years in. Um, yeah, got a
Wow.
team of us, their insurance KiwiSaver, building on the kind of the financial planning side and the mortgage side as well,
Mm.
which is good.
And so, at what point did you decide that you wanted to make your own company, like do your own business?
Yeah, that's a hard one. Um, I kind of never really wanted to.
Mm.
I think it was just the job that I was at. Like it wasn't a lot of like long term perspective.
Mm.
So that was kind of the push for me to wanting to do our own thing.
Mm.
Um, but geez, thinking back on it, rather just work for someone else.
Oh wow. So why did you stick at this?
Stick it
Yeah, like I mean,
currently.
in terms of other jobs and things that you've done, um, you didn't do them for too long. What's the reason that this is the one that you're deciding to see out?
Yeah, I feel like I love innovation
Mm.
and being able to innovate and like follow up with the trend,
Yeah.
and people as well.
Mm.
I feel like watching someone grow from like out of uni
Mm.
or their first kid to where they are now, and like being along the process, being along the journey for it.
Mm.
That's kind of the coolest part.
Yeah.
Because I think eventually, like running a business is cool, but the stress that you put yourself through, like, might not for a lot of people might not be worth it.
Mm.
Which like I didn't have grey hair starting this, and now I've got a couple that I pluck.
Well, at least
Yeah,
you're not balding.
yeah, yeah.
uh, and
Uh,
you continue.
yeah, yeah. So I think that was kind of the big reason, and like I do like the thought of like empowering people that's around me,
Yeah.
and making them a better person than I am. Like I've always had that same analogy. You probably know. It's like it's no fun driving down the motorway in a Porsche and Lambo and stuff like that by yourself. It's fun when everyone else that's came along the journey with you, in a convoy. And
Yeah.
that's kind of like what I've always wanted to
Yeah.
create. Yeah,
That's an awesome mentality.
yeah,
A a question that it's not so much about this podcast, but it segues on from your story. Do you think that your parents are proud now or happy now with what you've accomplished?
no,
No.
no.
What do you
Well,
need to do?
they still don't think that I have a real job.
You need to be employed.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. For them, it's always like if you aren't earning a salary that comes in every week or every fortnight, you don't really have a real job.
Mm.
Um, which I guess for them, it's like when they grew up, how they earned money was getting a university degree,
Yeah.
working for someone else. Like dad worked for the same company for 35 years,
Mm.
which is like cool, but like that was all he ever wanted.
Yeah.
Then he didn't know the like how you could earn more money by just working for someone else,
Mm.
or working for yourself, for
Mm.
example. So like when he left his job that he had for 35 years, he got headhunted and got offered basically double what he was getting paid.
Straight away.
Yeah,
Wow.
straight away. And he wished that he would have just like done that, I
Mm.
think. Um, but I don't know. I feel like maybe one day I'll bring them over to New Zealand and don't know, go to like an office party or office Christmas party
Yeah.
and just show them that we actually exist. It's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
a theoretical.
Yeah. It's real.
Yeah.
Just tell them that your boss needs to pay you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
from your story, what do you think would be the main lesson for anyone listening right now, that they could use to improve like their financial situation?
Yeah. I um I think that $3 a week really
Mm.
instilled in me that money doesn't just like exist and doesn't just print out of thin air. And like just figuring out that your parents actually work very hard for that money, so
Mm.
you should savor it.
Mm.
Um, I think for me, having $3 a week just means like, like I had to save 3 weeks to get Noodle Canteen because that's
Mm.
what I wanted. I had to save 2 weeks to get Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
So I'll never like spend money on a $2 mix
Mm.
because I know that next week I won't be able to buy pizza.
So you learn early on delayed gratification,
Yeah,
like maybe sacrificing your present self for your future self.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. And like people don't think about it.
Mm.
But I always thought that if I ever have kids, or when I have kids,
Mm.
it would be good that as soon as they turn like 13, for example, and just be like, cool. So since you do that, why don't we get you to start paying rent? Why don't
Mm.
you go to work, start paying rent?
Sounds
Just
sounds like hard mode.
yeah, just so they have value for
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
And like, obviously, I won't use it for the rent. I'll just get it and put it in the Kiwi saver or
Mm.
something like that. So by the time that they're in their 20s or 30s, they'll
Yeah.
have enough money to get a house that they want,
That's a great idea.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, why do you think that most Kiwis aren't doing that delayed gratification, or are struggling to see how sacrificing something short term would benefit them long term?
Yeah. I think the education,
Mm.
like, it is one of those things that it doesn't get talked about a lot.
Yeah,
Well, that's why this podcast, want to do this
yeah,
podcast.
we're here to change it.
Yeah, yeah, literally.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, people don't really talk about it, and I feel like money is such a thing that people don't like talking about
mm,
in public.
mm. Why do you
Um,
think that is?
I think just the stigma, right? Like, I have a few friends that probably on decent income, and a few friends that aren't
Yeah,
really like on decent incomes. But for them, it's just like I don't want to tell you how much I earn because if it's less than you, then it feels bad.
mm.
But obviously,
And the other way
uh,
around as well. If it's more, then it feels bad as well.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And New Zealanders are so good at getting money and spending it at the same time.
mm,
Like I've got a friend that used to get paid weekly, and he was really good at savings because he knows the exact amount that he's going to get every week.
mm,
Whereas now he gets paid monthly, so some months would be 5 weeks, and on the fifth week he wouldn't have any money left,
mm.
and he'll ask to borrow money from someone else.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just those little things, right?
Yeah. And in terms of that information, like, how are you able to realize that people don't have too much money left over typically?
Yeah. I think doing a job like
Yeah.
this, you like very easily find out like the stats or like
Yeah.
hear stats or something like that.
Yeah.
Like a recent stat that I heard is like New Zealanders only have about kind of 4 to 5 days of savings stored on average
Yeah.
until they run out of money,
Yeah.
which is pretty sad. Um, and kind of like I feel like car loans is a big factor around that.
Mm.
Like most people have a car loan.
Is it for image? Are they buying cars they don't need, or is it they they simply don't have the funds to buy just the bare minimum car?
Yeah, I think it's the image, right?
Yeah.
Like, what would you rather? You driving down the road with a Corolla or something like that?
Oh,
No,
I don't mind
yeah.
Corollas.
No offenses to Corollas, but like, like a 2003 Corolla, or would you rather go around in a 2025 RAV4,
Yeah.
um, and you just say, "Oh, it's more fuel efficient because it's electric," like,
Yeah, yeah. And I think that stereotype definitely does apply to a lot of people, right?
yeah,
And you do hear people talking about how much they're paying monthly for their car.
yeah,
And to me, when you ask somebody like, "Oh, like how much did that cost?" And they're like, "Oh, like 200 a month." I'm like, "No, no, no. How
yeah,
much does it cost?"
yeah. I had a really funny story from a client the other day.
Yeah,
Is so they went and they had a just petrol car,
yeah.
and they went to a dealer and bought a Porsche Taycan and said that they want to buy that Porsche because it means there's electric, so they're saving money on gas.
So that's them sacrificing the short term and
Yeah,
and then setting themselves at long term because saving money on gas.
yeah. So they'd rather spend 200 grand on a on an electric Porsche
Damn,
than keep driving the
that's quite
car.
funny. That's an
Yeah,
interesting position to be in to do that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I guess that kind of wraps up the episode. Thank you for listening, and we'll be back next time.